We're fasting together, stronger forever, bonded by the trials we weather. Holding on.
Welcome to the Fasting Together podcast. I'm Kelly, here with my amazing wife, Ada.
Hello, everyone. We're really excited and honestly a bit humbled to start this journey with you. This podcast is inspired by our book, Fasting Together, a journey to health, fitness, and growth. We're here to talk about how fasting isn't just about health, it's about transformation in your body, your mindsets, and your relationships.
If you've ever stood in front of the mirror and thought, I don't recognize this version of me, but I want to, or maybe just whispered to yourself, something has to change, then you're not alone. That was us. We didn't have it all figured out. We just knew we needed to feel better. So we started with what we could control, food. We started this for weight loss, but what we found was so much more.
That's right. We were tired, heavy, sluggish. We wanted to feel better, but not just look better. And while we expected to lose some pounds, we didn't expect the clarity, the connection, the reset it gave our lives.
And even now, with everything we've built, we still go through seasons. There have been stretches where we've gone days, weeks, even months without fasting at all.
But because we've done it together before, because we know what that shared rhythm feels like, it's easier to come back. We've built guardrails that gently pull us back into the flow. That's the beauty of fasting together. Let's keep it real. This wasn't some big vision or aha moment. It was survival. I felt bloated, tired, emotionally worn. I just needed to take back control of my health.
Same here. I didn't feel like myself. I felt like I was watching life happen from the sideline. So when she said, let's do this fast together, it honestly gave me hope.
We weren't sure what we were doing at first. We just tried to go 12 hours, then 16, one step at a time. And something shifted. It wasn't just the fasting. It was the fact that we were doing it together.
And even though we were already close, we've always had a good relationship. This added a new layer. It was like we were showing up for each other in a fresh way.
The truth is, those seasons when we didn't fast, they taught us just as much. We learned how to listen to our bodies, our stress levels, our schedules, and we learned how to gently step back into it without guilt.
That's what this podcast is about. Not perfection, not pressure, but progress together, one day, one fast, one choice at a time.
We didn't start out thinking this would be a book, let alone a podcast. But as we kept going, a pattern formed. That's what eventually became the step-up protocol, the same one we now share in our book.
It was all trial and error, but over time we built something we could fall back on. Something structured but flexible. That's how we eventually got to alternative fasting. And let me tell you, it works.
But even when we drift, we don't panic. We've seen the power of this protocol. We trust it, and more importantly, we trust each other to return to it again and again. So what have we learned from this journey?
Let's break it down.
1, you don't need to be perfect to be consistent. Some days you win, some days you just show up.
2, fasting is not punishment. It's a practice of presence, a practice of discipline, and when it is shared, it becomes love.
3, fasting opens the door for deeper conversations. When you're not distracted by eating or rushing, you start hearing things about each other, about yourself, about life.
4, momentum builds from grace, not pressure. When we were gentle with ourselves, that's when we grew the most.
5, you don't need a new life. you need a new rhythm. Fasting gave us ours. It gave us anchors in the chaos.
And that's why we say this isn't about weight loss anymore. That was just the entry point. What we found was a way to live differently. So let's bring it back to you. Why are you here? What's your reason for starting?
It doesn't have to be deep, but it should be real.
Maybe it's your health. Maybe it's your relationship. Maybe it's just a feeling that there has to be more.
Whatever it is, write it down. Hold it in your heart. Let it be your anchor when motivation runs out.
And remember, you are not alone. We are walking this with you.
Side by side, step by step.
All right, before we wrap up, let's give you a quick look at what's coming up next.
In episode 2, we're breaking down the core of everything we do. It's called alternate day fasting, ADF for short.
We'll explain what it is, how it works, and why it's effective, and why doing it together changes everything.
This isn't just a diet trend, it's a long-term rhythm, a lifestyle, and we'll show you how we made it simple, doable, and powerful as a couple.
If you're curious about how to start fasting, or if you've tried and struggled to stay consistent, you want to be here for this one.
So make sure you subscribe, share this with someone who needs it, and don't forget, you're not alone in this journey. We'd love to hear from you in the comments. Tell us your story. Have you tried fasting before?
What's your experience? What has it been like with alternate fasting or fasting for weight loss, mental clarity, or just taking back control of your health? We're reading every single comment and we'll be sharing some of them in future episodes.
And remember, we're stronger when we're fasting together.
We're fasting together.